Mabuhay!
Hi! Welcome to
The Babaylan Bruha Book Club podcast.
It's Your Village Kapwatids, Steph.
And Aini, and here we are together again. And as always, in efforts to decolonize our minds, bodies, and reconnect with spirit by ways of relation via conversation, of education, interpretation, and integration.
So, this is our invitation for you to join us on our journeys as we discuss the works of honored artists, authors, and thought leaders in the Filipinx diaspora.
Quick disclaimer, we want to acknowledge that in this moment, everyone is exactly where they need to be.
And since we are not experts, yet we share our own unique lived experiences, we invite you to take or toss any statements, opinions, words that we may use as you choose.
We are so glad you found your way here. As always, before we begin, we want to take a moment to ground. So I invite you to take a pause and drop into your bodies and become fully present to the space. If it is safe for you, if you're not driving or walking, we invite you to close your eyes, straighten your spine, and direct your focus onto your breath. Take a few deep inhales, filling your lungs with air, with life force. And as you exhale, just imagine all of your day, all of the stress just exiting your body. Invite you to do that a couple more times, and each time you inhale, inhale life. And as you exhale, exhale all of your stress. Invite you to become aware of your body, become aware of where your body is connected to the ground. I invite you to drop your shoulders away from your ears, relax your jaw. And continue to breathe calmly and slowly in your own time. And Kapwa, as we begin our conversation, we'd like to thank God, Bathala Creator, for another gathering. In gratitude, we acknowledge our benevolent ancestors and invite all these forces to guide and protect this conversation today. We also thank the ancestors of the lands that Stephanie and I currently occupy, knowing we cannot do our own remembrance without remembering them. For me, that is the mound builders that are the Hopewell and Adena people in Ohio. For Stephanie, that is the Bay Miwok Yokut people in the Inland Bay area of California. With gratitude, we also acknowledge your presence, Kaputid, your energy and your light, no matter wherever and whenever you're tuning in.
All right. Thank you, sis. Lovely opening. I needed that. So we go into Bruha check next, y'all. Checking in with the rituals and all the Bruha Tings. I'm setting my timer now.
Am I going first?
If you want,
Sure.
or me, up to you.
I don't remember who went first last time.
It's okay.
It's okay. Oh, last time we did a tarot card pull.
We did.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't check it out. Check out last episode.
Yeah. Yes.
We did pull some cards. I'm gonna plug again our Kapwatid JL creator, Jana.
Yeah.
This is her card tarot deck. Kapwa tarot. Yeah. Copper tarot. But we won't pull it tonight. So we're gonna head back into Bruha Tings.
Yes.
So we set a timer in the name of capitalism and 90 seconds.
In the name of structure.
In the name of structure too.
Yes.
What is time, right, sis?
Yes, that's my question. All right, here we go.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, Bruha Tings. So it was recently the Scorpio new moon. That was yesterday for us currently as we're recording. That is my moon. I'm a Scorpio moon, y'all. I don't know if you knew that because my Aquarius rising makes me look a little different than all my watery signs, but that's okay. But honestly, I fucking love Scorpio season. So I just really been loving on myself. I've just really been embracing like the deeper, darker, like, I am a like when I am a deep person, but me and you, Sissy, we like laugh and joke and stuff.
Yeah.
So I've just been kind of like exploring and embracing like my darker side, you know what I mean? So that's been a thing. I also hosted a new moon sacred Kali circle on the Scorpio new moon. So I did a little Kali Bruha Tings. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I love a new moon. I love any moon, but like new moons, I like them. So
And your moon, it sounded like it aligned.
yeah, yeah. I always feel good like Scorpio season. I feel like last year and the past few years since I've been getting into more Bruja things, I really feel like I step into my power around this time. So
Yes. Scorpio moon. And we're going to start acknowledging Western, is it Western astrology? Whatever. We're going to nod to there's Vedic and all the other astrology.
yes, yes. Oh
But
my gosh.
we're going by that
Yeah.
this time because that's what we sort of know, but not all the way know. Like we said, we're not experts, but we are experienced.
Yeah, man, astrology, it's deep. It there's a lot to know and a lot to learn. And I think it's sad that, you know, it's not taken more seriously because it used to be studied like seriously.
Wow.
It was legit.
It makes sense that there'd be different interpretations too, because there's like
Yeah.
billions of people on the planet looking up at the stars. Like
Right.
we're bound to like have a different perspectives.
Right.
7
Exactly.
billion different angles. Come on now.
Exactly.
So just take or toss again, what resonates for you. But we nod to people who are honoring a different system either way. However, you acknowledge your energetic signature, your awareness, as long as it's for the collective betterment, we hope. Unless you're a villain in this lifetime, whatever. Just
Yeah.
don't come for me. Leave me alone. I just
All right. You ready, Sissy?
All right.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, Bruha Tings. I didn't really think of this through. Okay, this past week. Yeah, the new moon. I did with my bestie. We definitely this far in the game, I've known her since probably forever. It was very nice to sit down and journal with her and set new intentions with the new moon. This has been a particularly challenging week for me. A lot of grief in my personal life. And so yeah, I say hello to my ancestors, and I did ask for signs. One of my teachers said, go sit outside in the sun, talk to the sun, and see if the sun will talk back. And so I was sunbathing, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, and I asked for a sign, and then I literally saw a dragonfly, a hummingbird, and a white butterfly, like within like 1 hour frame. So it was really like, okay, like I'm feeling divinely guided and protected. And it was funny the way the hummingbird saw me, like it was very different and how I see hummingbirds in my area. It was almost like it like popped in the middle of the sky between the sun and the trees and was like, I'm here, bye. And then like left. So that was my little Bruha Ting that like felt very held by nature.
I love that. And you were laying on the ground while you were sunbathing, I'm assuming.
I was not on the ground. Unfortunately, my backyard is paved. So I'm in one of those like chairs. Whoop, got confirmation from my light. Yeah. So it's one of those chairs, those like lawn chairs.
Yeah, like lounge chairs. Well, that's okay. That you were close to the ground. You were being held. You are always held. You are
Um,
always held. You've always been held. You will always be. So, okay, Coupleted. So that's just Bruha Tings. Check in with yourself. What have you been doing? What have practices have been inspiring you and rejuvenating you lately? We'd love to know, but even if we don't know and you don't feel like sharing with us, that's okay. Just continue to be your best Bruja self.
I also want to add one more Bruha Ting. Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
We're part of the Bruja Summit, y'all.
Oh my God, yeah. It would have been over by now, right? When this comes out, probably.
Yeah. But it
Yeah.
was the 25th to the 28th. It was like 3-day summit. It's
October.
free. Check out Las Doctoras. Shout out to those two beautiful women. They are spearheading a lot of shifting the stigma around brujeria. I can't even say it. That's why I took sign language, but y'all know what I mean. So at the IAMS and at the Steph, we were part of it. Our interview is online if you want to check it out. Hopefully, we'll shoot a clip out when we have capacity because we are functioning humans in society just like y'all's. But whatever the team wants to manifest, we are here, honey. Come find us. But yeah, that's another Bruja Ting I wanted to definitely share that we were part of that movement, and we look forward to any others coming up. Okay, next segment. Y'all know what it is. Brown Girl Clip Notes. So we are on chapter 6. Oh, snap. Moving along. The friendship. Dun, dun, dun. And this is about Ferdinand Magellan. Villain, visionary, friend, foe, hero. This chapter provided the unfolding timeline of Magellan's objective to make a name for himself, like other Portuguese explorers, by originally actually setting out to bring commerce to the Spice Islands, particularly Moluccas is a part of the Indonesian archipelago. So we actually intercepted that invasion. Most Filipinos were told that Magellan's purpose was to bring Christianity to the islands. So a little correction for the record there. Judy cites a lot of Laurence Bergreen's Over the Edge of the World, Pigafetta, and Enrique's cited a lot. Those two played a big role in the interpretation of this story, obviously. We learned that Magellan was born in 1480, became part of the royal court, which allowed him access to education and resources, aka network. 1505, he enlisted to become a Portuguese soldier, played a role in establishing Portuguese presence in India. And then in 1513, he suffered injuries, was dismissed from duty, yet he received permission from King Manuel in 1517, 1518 to journey to the Spice Islands. So his vision was to navigate a fleet of ships, and per documentation, if he found 6 islands, he would claim 2 for himself. Oh, these men and their need to conquer, right? I digress. People. As he mistakenly landed in the Philippines, the bulk of this chapter tells the tales of the emerging friendship between the Filipino king, which we finally get to identify as Rajah Kolambu. I think Rajah is also another way of saying king. But Rajah Kolambu ruled over Butuan and Caraga on the island of Mindanao. This area was close to Mazua, today known as Limasawa, where ships would sail to get to Ceylon and Cebu on the islands of Visayas, where there's allegedly this large trade port. One that caught Magellan's eye after spending weeks of befriending the Filipinos through feasts, drinking customs, even Easter Mass. They had Easter Mass, y'all. March 1521, documented, followed by a claiming of a cross ceremony, which we'll dive into just a bit. Look at the I'm space. This, as Judy states, as, quote, even though it was not part of Magellan's mission to establish a colony there, this action actually paved the way for future colonization.
Wonderful. Thank you for that comprehensive summary.
You know,
I think when I read that there were people, there were men in Portugal and Spain just being like, yeah, if you find an island, if you find like 6, you can keep 2. You know, they were talking about an island with people on it. Do you see what that's like? I was like, that is wild.
I
That
know.
is wild that they're just like, yeah, but you don't even like, there are already people there, friend. Do you know what I'm saying?
I
Like, there
wrote
are
arrogant bitch,
people.
arrogant, like all
Yeah.
over.
It's it's just like, yeah, you're just over here in a whole other ass country going, yeah, when I find it, it's gonna be mine. I'll just go ahead and take 2 and give you 6, or take 4 and give, yeah, whatever, give you 4, take 2, and you know, it's cool. Like, who, they're not even to ask the people who live there. Like, this is mine now.
Mind blowing, right?
Yeah,
Like, and on the other hand, it's like they're being true to their arrogance or there's
they
a better
are.
word I want to say about
It's the caucasity. It's the caucasity for me.
audacity, caucasity, the imperiality. I don't know.
Yes, the imperiality, the
Just like
patriarchity.
we're so prestige that we could just march up on these islands and
That's just
change shit.
actually literally wild to me.
It's like if you came to California and was like, yeah, sis, if I see your neighborhood, I'm gonna claim those 3 houses. I'd be like, but
Right?
people live there. So what? You
Exactly.
would never do that, but it's like okay.
Yeah,
So
it's wild. It's wild. Okay, well, thank you, Sissy, for that summary. And we can just jump into this chapter.
let's jump in. Let's dive in.
All right. So thank you again for that. Brown Girl Cliff Notes. We've got 2 vocabulary words, and then we'll jump into quotes. So I can go first.
Yes.
My quote, or my, we're doing vocabulary words. My vocabulary word is from page 103, and I will read you the context of it first. So this was when Magellan was meeting with the Filipino kings there. Ati Judy writes, I have heard that 2 topics to avoid at any gathering were religion and politics. But this was 1521, and Magellan was trying to get to know his new friends. First, he asked through the interpreter if they were quote unquote Moors or heathen and in what they believed. Then it says that the kings, the Filipino kings, clasped their hands, looked up to the sky and called upon their god Abba, ABA. Apparently, this made Magellan happy because he was glad they were not Moors. After all, Spain had only 30 years previously concluded the Reconquista, centuries of violent battles to expel the Muslim Moors from the Iberian Peninsula. First of all, they were trying to find out if they were Muslim or not. Man, what?
But there are many now, which is I don't know the gap stuff, but yeah.
That's crazy. And then, but my vocabulary word is ABBA. ABA. I wish I like researched it a little bit and I tried to find a little bit more
You
on
can't.
the word. No, I already did and I couldn't
Oh,
really find anything. But so it was just like Ati Judy was just like, yeah, they called upon their god Abba, but I was like, I thought we called our god Bathala. So like what I'm wondering is what this is just, is it random? Was it they did there, and then the Hebrew word for God is Abba with the Christian,
okay.
right?
Okay.
So I'm like, what's happening? So, but I did a little precursory research on it, but really nothing came up on the Googles. So I'm about to like find Ati Judy and be like, but what? Who is
Tell us
Abba?
more. Yeah. Where'd you get Abba from?
I'm intrigued. Is that what that's what they said the Philippine kings said. The kings clasped their hands, looked up to the sky, and called upon their god Abba. Called upon their god Abba. their god Abba. So ABA. The Hebrew for God is ABBA. So it's just interesting. Linguistically, it's interesting.
Yeah.
And then, like, just because through mythology we know that Bathala was creator, was God, is God, right? So interesting.
Yeah. And then Batala, it's like, this is stamped at 15 something, right?
21. Yeah, 1521.
Yeah. The book. Duh.
Oh, yeah.
But Batala, like, yeah, when did that originate? When did it shift to Abba? But also, like, I looked up Abba right now, ABBA, and it's like Aramaic word,
Yeah. Yeah.
Christian Gospels.
It comes up with a lot in Christianity and evangelical Christians. Abba Father.
Wild.
I used to pray to Abba Father.
Yeah, there's a bunch. There's actually some Catholic songs I like that they sing Abba, like Abba.
Isn't that interesting? And
Mhm.
then here these Filipino kings are like Abba God. I'm like, oh, okay, interesting.
And quick little fun thing, clasping hands, like that's I don't want to say religion, it's a spiritual thing because you're actually
Pray hands, yeah.
yeah, you're merging your body.
So they did this or this.
Yeah.
Or this.
When you do this, your right left hemispheres, like the union. It's the union.
Yeah. And you have energy centers in your palms.
Yep.
Bring them together.
Yep.
So they clasped their hands. They looked up to the sky. That's interesting. So we're interesting. So anyway, that's my vocabulary word.
In one, short and sweet, sis. Because it's 10:30 over there, y'all.
It's 11 now.
Oh, yes, 8.
It's what I do for the people. It's what I do for the Kapwa.
I did have 6 hours of class too, y'all. So
yeah, see, we are dedicated to the descendants. Is any of my descendants listening to this right now? Just so you know, this.
Okay, Tita Steph and Tita Imes.
Yeah.
We was dedicated. We did this for you.
You better be decolonized. Understand?
Right. Where's your altars?
Are
we on there?
Yeah, we better be on there. Don't make us come back.
Take our picture.
Yeah.
You want our picture?
This one right here.
The altar.
That's the one. Okay.
You got a whole ass YouTube channel. You can make it a great one, okay? Like an altar. Thanks.
All right. Okay, thank you.
That is so funny. I'm like a little delirious too. Okay. You complete this.
Yes, I am complete.
Are we on your altar? That's hella funny. It's 2022, all right? If y'all are watching this in 2080 or something, like I better be on that damn altar. If I'm not
2080. I hope I'm still alive.
I know, me too. Okay, 2100, 2200.
2300. 2318.
I'll probably be back. I'm gonna be back.
Sis, I'm gonna be back. I know. I signed up so many times. I love this goddamn rock. Brujas love a good rock. You know what I'm saying? Like a good crystal. I'm like, I'm gonna come back.
You come back as a crystal. That's hella funny.
Okay.
And your descendants probably like, I think Ivy's is in this rock. She's my I think right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back as I think, yes. Oh, I'm wearing mine today. I'm wearing mine. There you
go.
What? Shit. That was weird.
She already programming it, y'all.
See? Oh my gosh. What if, okay, now this is just because it's 11 o'clock at night. What if, okay, descendants in the future, check it. Look at this. Do you have this in your family? If this is yours, this is special. Take care of it. Yeah. So, okay, you're welcome. That's it.
My vocab word.
All right, moving on.
I'm gonna laugh at that. My word is on page 99. It's pintados. So it says here, the Filipino King. what was his name again? Rajah. I'm going back up. What's his name? We have to give him
Rajah Kolambu or something. Kolumba.
sounds like a zaddy name. Sorry. I'm not sorry. But
They
yeah.
said he was handsome.
Okay.
They did. Okay, read
Listen,
your
listen.
thing. And I'll find
Pigafetta.
yeah.
Okay, the Filipino king, Rajah ruled over Butuan and Caraga of the island of Mindanao. Pigafetta described him as, quote, the most handsome person whom we saw among these peoples.
Boom.
He had very black hair to his shoulders, with a silk cloth over his head, and 2 large gold rings hanging from his ears. His attire was cotton, but embroidered with silk, covering him from waist to knees. He wore perfume and, quote, was tawny and painted all over. Spaniards would later call some Filipinos from these parts, quote, pintados, because they were painted or tattooed all over.
Pintados.
Yes. I had my first little babaylan or whatever. I worked with her many moons ago, and she opened up a CrossFit gym in Manila. They might still be there. It's called CrossFit Pintados. And I remember I was like, what's pintados? And she was like, yes, tattoos. Because she had hella tattoos too. At the time, I wasn't ready to receive. See? Decolonizing. But yeah, so it's funny how this comes up. And I think of Mitzi. Her name is Mitzi. But yeah. Tattoos, y'all. It's just further confirmation. That was a straight indigenous thing. And it's not uncommon to have tats. So.
Nope. I guess I can
show them,
say to people, look at that. Ooh, I got a cover up. It's gonna get bigger too. So I had some script there, and we put this over some tropical leaves. If you're only listening, like and subscribe to the YouTube.
Yeah, we gotta start saying that, y'all.
You like and subscribe, and then so there's gonna be flowers, and it's gonna be a whole thing. Twins. Boom.
Pintados.
Yeah.
Mine too, actually now.
So I love how Pigafetta was like saying the king was the most handsome person. He was tawny and painted all over. He wore perfume. I was like, okay.
Who are you to him? Yeah. Did you have a girlfriend, Pigafetta, or what's up? I mean, no.
Maybe he wanted a boyfriend. Maybe that's why he was the most handsome. Or maybe that wasn't a patriarchal thing to call a man handsome back then. Like, even though the patriarchy was real, maybe there were different standards of things that were acceptable to say. Maybe it was acceptable for a quote unquote straight man. I don't really think anybody's actually straight, but like a straight man to call another man handsome, maybe it wasn't a thing. It shouldn't be a thing, honestly.
Everybody checks everybody out. Let's just be real.
I say people are beautiful all the time. I say women are hot. It's just a compliment, So anyway, that was a tangent, but there you go.
All right, Rajah.
All right,
Kolambu, with his pintado ass. Sounds like a zaddy. Anyways, hey,
zaddy
this lifetime.
Oh shit! Oh no,
right?
Is he out there?
For real? I'm tired. Okay, I'm done. I'm complete with potatoes. How are you, sis?
I'm complete. Thank you, sissy.
All right, moving on to quotes. So mine is on page 99, and we're going to talk about barangay drinking.
Okay, let's talk about barangay drinking.
Like drinking games. Okay, I was like, the ancestors definitely like their moonshine, and they like to drink it on boats. It makes sense. So on page 99, it says, I'll give you some background. As they stepped ashore, the Filipino king raised his hands towards the sky and turned to Pigafetta and Enrique. So they did the same. They were taken to, quote, a place covered with reeds where there was a large balangay about 80 feet in length. Man, if y'all's been keeping up, balangay is like another way of saying canoe, picture Moana. Maybe
Yeah.
I was like even
Nonplus.
picturing the Moana scene, right? When she found
Yeah, I really feel like, yeah.
Okay, right?
Mhm.
So about 80 feet in length. I wondered if this was one of the balangais discovered centuries later buried in Butuan. It was very interesting to learn that these boats were not just used at sea, but also as a place to gather when landlocked.
So
So,
smart.
right? Look at them utilizing space.
Hmm.
At the stern of the balangai, they feasted as the king sent for a dish with pork and they drank wine. Pigafetta described the manner of their drinking. They raised their hands to the heaven first and then take the drinking vessel in their right hand. Model says, okay, yeah, take the drink and then extend the fist of their left hand towards the company. As the king offered his fist to Pigafetta, he thought the king was about to punch him.
Was about to square up, like pow, pow, pow.
I laughed at this image. It made me think of an air fist pump or bump, which some people use to replace handshakes during the pandemic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I thought that was cool. Like they raise their hands up, I guess, bring the drink, and then
Pop, and then drink. Right. We did it, y'all.
yes.
We did the ancestral toast, the toast of our ancestors.
Oh, okay. We gave y'all a Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's thing.
Yeah. So in your right hand to the heavens, and then with your fist, you look like you're about to punch your tito, but you really don't. Like you want to, because maybe he's pissing you off a little bit because his family.
Maybe y'all like Trump and Biden.
Yeah.
What's this drink?
Yeah. And then you just drink. Boom. That you ever done that thing? Okay, maybe this is just me. I'm awkward. When someone comes in for a fist bump, but you think they're shaking your hand or giving you a high five. So you like come in with the high five, but they have the fist bump. And then so you change it to the fist bump, they change it to the high five, and it's just like awkward. Yeah. And you're like this. And then you're like, okay, cool.
Well,
I do that.
I like that though. I've been elbowing since the pandemic.
Yeah. Elbow is good. Elbow tap. But yeah, that was very interesting. And I thought that was funny that the king thought he was, or Pigafetta thought that the king was about to punch him.
Right.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like that. So the next time that you're drinking, boom, next time we're together, sis, we don't really drink. It's more plant medicine situation. So
moonshine is why do I say moonshine? Because it's not even our term, but it's a plant. It's fermented.
Right? Yeah, what is the fermented coconut drink? It is so strong.
Oh, I bought it.
Oh shit, what is it called?
I remember the bottle. It's probably sitting in my closet right now. The bottle is hella cute too. That like bamboo casing around it and a bamboo.
Yeah. Fermented coconut drink.
Dude.
Or it's alcoholic, right? We don't need to do this right now. But now my brain is itchy.
We're jeopardy.
Do. I don't know. Somebody drop it in the comments. But yeah, it's from the Philippines specifically. It's very strong.
Fermented coconut?
Very strong.
Girl, we didn't find it. Okay, I'm a fermented coconut.
We'll have a race. I think maybe I didn't put Philippines. Maybe that's why.
Dang. They don't.
Lambanog.
Wow. What is lambanog for?
Yeah, Lambanog is a traditional Filipino distilled coconut palm liquor. It is derived from tuba made from coconut sap that has been aged for at least 48 hours. It
Oh,
originates from Luzon and the Visayas Islands, where it is also known as
hey.
the Lisay de Coco, Lambanog.
Lambanog.
Oh my God. Then there's an
No,
article that says Lambanog poison in coconut wine kills at least 11 people in the Philippines. Well,
no
okay.
lambanog. Okay, that's why we do plant medicine.
Yeah, that's why we do plant medicine. But maybe
But
they
it's
were
plants.
drinking. What? Go ahead.
I was saying, but it's plants too. Anyway, I'm done.
Maybe they were drinking Lambanog back then. The
Shit, makes
Kings and
sense.
Magellan. That'd be
We're
crazy.
working wine and where's the wine from? That's what I'm saying. They don't grow grapes out there, do they?
No, the wine, the coconut wine. It's coconut wine,
Oh,
Lambanog.
and they was drinking coconut wine.
Yeah, coconut wine. Do you think they
Lambanog.
had like plant medicine, like plant, you know, plant
Psilocybin out there.
medicine?
I don't know. But
Wink, wink.
why didn't our songs have lambanog and freaking lechon and lambanog? Cigarillos, something, something. Do you know that song? Uh-huh. And my
I
mom.
don't know the rest.
But you know what song I'm talking about?
No, I don't know. I've never heard the song.
Um. Oh, I'm sucking right now. I'm gonna find the song and then
Find
we're
the
gonna
song and
play it
post
the
it.
next.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay. All right, Sissy. Are you complete with
I am.
Balangay drinking?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Thanks for bearing with us, y'all. It's late, but
You love us. You're still here. Thank you.
love you. Thank
We
you.
love you too. Okay, so my quote is on page 106. I'm just going to read a little bit for context, okay? So they were taught Bergreen, so one of the historians that Ati Judy cited for the book, Bergreen concluded that the crew, who had suffered so long through so many trials, because they'd traveled across the globe, seemed to appreciate the magnitude of what they had done. For once, there was no talk of mutiny. All the crew members were aware of the Armada's achievements. They had conquered an immense ocean and dispelled 1,000 years of accumulated misconceptions about the world. I think it was because they had found food and friendship among the locals, meaning in the Philippines. All this seemed to be thanks to Ferdinand Magellan. Did his crew finally see him as the visionary and hero he wanted to be seen as? What about the island residents that they encountered? Did the Filipinos see Magellan and his men as threats or opportunities? Once again, the answer depends on who you ask. So that's how the chapter ends. So, according to one of the historians, there was about to be, sounds like, you can get on each other's nerves. They sailed across the world. So that I'm sure they were like annoyed with each other. But it sounds like after they visited the Philippines, there was lambanog, there was balangay drinking,
I'm
right?
guys
And
drinking.
so they were just like, yeah, life is good. We got this. We did it. Da 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 da. Right. And so, she starts the chapter at the Judy talking about, like, depending on who you ask, Ferdinand Magellan was either a villain or a visionary, a traitor or a hero. So, and then, like, she says that most people thought Magellan came Magellan's purpose was to bring Christianity to the islands, but really it was for commerce, which, I mean, Christianity and capitalism kind of go hand in hand, so that doesn't surprise me. So I don't know if either one is worse than the other. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and then Magellan did do that mass and then brought that cross to the
Oh shit, we
island.
didn't talk about the cross thing. Yeah. Yeah. What he
So
did was he was like, we're gonna do mass on your island.
yeah, and he said if you put the cross up here, if you put the cross up on this high point, then like you won't have any storms. So they were like, yeah, put it up there. That's cool.
Yeah. It was a whole thing. This is on page, if people want to read it, page like 101. Yeah, the last day of March 1521 was Easter Sunday. So they came to shore. They had mass. Magellan had his people play sword play, and then they let him like pray on the land, and then they had the cross planted on the island at like the highest mountain.
Yeah.
It's on page 103. Yeah.
So my question is, who do you think Magellan is? I mean, I guess that's for you, sis, but also for everybody. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's like, she's like, who is he? Once again, it depends on who you ask, right? And I always thought, I'm not really fond of him. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's great or anything. So I guess I don't even understand this question. Like, what do you mean? Is he a villain or a hero? I guess if you ask his people, like the Portuguese people, he's a hero. But aren't you, like, if you ask Filipino, like, I don't know. I think, okay, so not everything is black and white. I'm sure he's a person. I'm sure he had like qualities, da 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 da. But at the same time, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can be like, yeah, he's a hero. He did great things.
I feel like, yeah, he did great things. So it is great to get on to be so determined to get to convince a king to get in boats and go across the ocean and make it. But I think that if this was like a classic like sandbox playground situation, like he is obviously like that kid that was like, you guys are gonna do what I say because I'm the ruler kind of thing. This is my sandbox. But it's like, well, we were here first. Like, what?
Yeah. So
that's how I don't want to say view him, but from like I'm an emerging therapist, y'all. I mean, I just came out of lifespan class. Like, just understanding a person from their upbringing. He would be that kid on the playground, like telling the kids to like go be on a journey with him.
Yeah. But it's interesting, like
visionary. I would say he's a visionary. I would say that.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, you have to be a visionary to be like, yeah, I'll go ahead and travel the globe on the ocean, and when nobody's ever done that before. So, okay, props to him for that. But yeah, did the Filipinos see Magellan and his men as threats or opportunities, like at the time? Because they were used to people coming in and trading. They were used to, it was a trading. We were tradespeople, right? And so we were used to people with different customs and welcoming people with different customs, et cetera, et cetera. So we probably just weren't even thinking about it at all when Magellan came. You know, we were just like, yeah, it's just another trader. It's just another tradesperson.
Might be pun intended, but literally was a trader. But I don't know. Like, I feel like this is just again one of the lenses of the story. There might have been someone on the island who was like, nope, don't trust them at all. We just need some writers to fill in and we can make this a movie. I bet it's probably like being thought about, written as we speak.
Yeah, maybe you in the future, you wrote it already. But yeah, so I'm interested to see how everything plays out. See when he
Me too.
See how when he meets his doom. I'll
see. Me too, because I was like low key kind of, how many chapters is in this thing? 17. We're on 6. And the next one is called The Conversion, y'all. So there's a little what conversion?
Dun dun dun.
Converts. What changes? I want to know.
What's Magellan's number? I just want to talk.
He is part Portuguese too, sissy.
Woo. Okay. All right. So that is my quote. And that's how we're going to end the chapter. Kababayan.
Yeah.
How do you view Magellan?
What do you
Is
think?
this changing your mind? Is this solidifying things? Is it like maybe softening the edges of who you thought he was? Or maybe it's just like, yeah, that's just who he was.
I know. Perspective.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
So, as we end our conversation and close out this container with gratitude, we recognize and honor all our ancestors and the ancestors of the lands we occupy. We also recognize and honor you, dear Kapwatin, for joining our conversation today. And as always, at the Iams and I leave you with a blessing. As you continue on this journey of remembrance, remembering you are a member of your lineage's future ancestor, may you know that your life is important. Your existence is a legacy in itself. And as you continue your sacred remembrance journey through this decolonizing work, though it may be bittersweet, we hope that you find kababayan, kababailans, kaibigans, all types of memorable and meaningful friendships along the way. May the remembrance of Kapwa anchor you into your heart. And until we meet again, may you know that all is well and will be well, and that no matter what happens, you are loved.